Okay, so we're going to talk about three terms today. We're going to talk about apprenticeships, jobs, and career. Okay, so apprenticeship is something where you gain experience in a certain type of work. So, as an example, I'm going to say that I want to become a welder when I get older. Well, how do I become a welder? I can't just go to a welding shop and say, give me a job, right? Because I don't know anything about welding. So I would go to someone who does welding for a living and I would say, I'd love to be your apprentice. You know more than me, and I need you to teach me as your apprentice to do welding, right? So apprenticeships are normally not paid, or they can be paid, I suppose, but they're not going to pay you a lot of money because you may not know a lot of things and you're mostly there to learn. It's almost like practical school. So if I'm going to try to be a welder, I would go to my, my local welder and I'd say, I'd love for you to take me on as your apprentice or give me an apprenticeship to learn the skill of welding. Next term is job. And job is something that you do in a short term. Jobs typically don't pay, they pay an okay amount, but they're not going to pay huge amounts. They're not going to pay huge salaries. There's something you do for a short while so that you can take what you know, you can apply it, and you can continue to learn while you're getting paid. So let's say I did my apprenticeship at the welder. Well, I'm going to go to an auto mechanic shop and I'm going to say, hey, I know a little bit about welding. I'd love for you to give me a job working on cars, right? So I know I'm going to learn even more about welding. I'm going to learn about how to weld cars, but I'm also, I don't know enough to be able to have my own welding business or to go work on huge construction projects, right? I don't know that much yet about welding. So that would be a job. That would be something that would make me money that I could use my skill in the meanwhile on my way to my career. Now, a career is something that you're going to do long term. Usually it pays more, and usually it takes even more skill and more knowledge. So I would decide for myself, I want to make welding my career because I'd like to work on big skyscrapers. And in order to do that, I have to have special knowledge that is more than my apprenticeship, that's more than my job could give me. So I might go to school. I might go to metallurgy school where I learn to work with metals and how to weld and how to use heat on certain metals to make them bind together because I know that people are going to be depending on me because it's my career and they expect me to know everything about welding, okay? So then at that point it comes full circle because someone might come to you now and say, hey, you know a lot about welding, I want to be your apprentice, right? So those are the differences between apprenticeship, job, and career.